And a very good morning from Disney World's Epcot. You're watching Adventure Planet, where the Florida trip continues here at a park that opened all the way back in 1982, which makes it the same age as me. Yeah, it's a very, very old park, this, but it's a glorious park. It's the second of 4 to be built here at the Disney World Resort, and it sits on 305 acres, making it twice the size of Magic Kingdom. But there's some absolutely amazing attractions here. You've got Frozen Ever After, you've got Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, you've got Spaceship Earth, and of course the one roller coaster, Guardians of the Galaxy. And you've also got World Showcase here, which is those 11 countries all set around that lake, all with their own kind of theming and their own culture. It really is a fantastic resort, this. Plenty to check out, including the Flower and Garden Festival that is continuing, with some nice Moana scenes here at the exit, at the entrance, which we'll take a look at in just a moment. Park hours 9 a.m. through until 9 p.m. and we've also got the Luminous fireworks show to check out later on. Let's go. And this looks pretty stunning, doesn't it? Right here at the entrance to the park. As part of the Flower and Garden Festival, they've got this awesome Moana scene set up here. Looks great. Here he is. And there's Maui. Really, really nice. Yeah, and this festival actually runs through until the 2nd of June, so hopefully we'll be seeing a lot more of this around the park today. Looks great. Oh, and it's such a stunning entrance plaza, this, isn't it? The big water feature, the flags, the music, and of course the representation for the park. Spaceship Earth, that 180-foot tall geodesic sphere. Home to the dark ride Spaceship Earth, which all opened with the park back in 1982, and it's an absolute classic ride, that. So much nostalgia for me. It's incredible. The queue looks quite large for it, but it is an Omnimover attraction and throughput is generally really, really good. So yeah, we'll go and have a look at what the queue time is. We might make this our first ride. One ride closure in the park today, that is of course Test Track, which is undergoing a huge refurbishment. So we'll go and take a quick look at that a little bit later on. Oh, actually the queue doesn't look too bad for Spaceship Earth. Oh yeah, we'll jump on that first, why not? Oh, I love being back at Epcot. Advertised at 25 minutes. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. And we've been queuing for the advertised 25 minutes now then. However, the queue hasn't moved in almost the past 10, so it looks like we've got a little bit of downtime going on the ride at the moment. Hopefully they'll get that fixed up pretty soon. We're almost there, pretty much innermost line. We've only got this little bit left to go. And we had about 10 minutes of downtime then, waited a total of 30 for Spaceship Earth.
Your time machine will slowly rotate faster and may stop momentarily.
As we begin our journey through the history of communication.
Show us where you're from. You put your time travel away.
You get some interactives here as well. Touch where I live. I guess that'll do. Let's see if the photos are working this time. Hey, looks like it.
Now let's move ahead to ancient Egypt. But it also brings with it the dawn of great civilizations, being watched over by Arab and Jewish scholars. Call it the first backup system. The books are sayings. What if everyone could have one of these amazing machines in their own house? It's just one thing, with billions of interactions. And once again, we stand on the brink of a new renaissance. The future of this, our Spaceship Earth. Let's take take a look, shall we?
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future.
There I am.
Here in your future, staying healthy is as easy as getting out of bed in the morning.
Certainly don't look that happy in the mornings.
Checkups by stepping into your home health scanner. The info goes to your doctor, who lets you know what your body needs to keep you going strong. Things are A-OK.
It's good fun though.
Now you're ready to
There you
start
go.
your healthy day.
I'm off. And there we are then, some highlights there of Spaceship Earth. And do you know what? I'm always surprised at how that whole ride system and the animatronics and all the scenes is all housed inside that huge sphere. It's incredibly clever, very, very well done ride that, telling the history of communication from, you know, us riding on cave walls to the invention of paper and the alphabet, right the way through to the invention of computers and landing a man on the moon and all that kind of stuff. It really is a fascinating ride, all narrated by Judi Dench, who is an absolute star, isn't she? But I made my way outside of Spaceship Earth now then as we continue on into World Celebration. And yeah, this area has seen a lot of construction over the past several years. And I think this is probably the first time I'm going to see it where there's not really any construction walls or anything like that around. I mean, it was all heavily delayed by the pandemic, but now it's pretty much complete. It was a shame really when all that was going on, because Epcot is such a gorgeous park, it really is, and that really did kind of take away from it a little bit. Well, we go head down this way then. We're going to see Nemo, and of course Journey of Water with Moana, which is a beautiful little walkthrough. We've also got the Land Pavilion down here as well. Are we going to ride Soarin'? And talking of queue times actually, Soarin' is currently on 40 minutes. Guardians of the Galaxy, of course, is the biggest queue today, currently on a 120-minute wait. No virtual queue needed for that anymore. You can just join the standby line whenever you like. And I've always loved this signage for the seas with Nemo and Friends. Looks great, doesn't it? No water effects at the moment though. It looks pretty dry in there. We've still got the seagulls out. Are we going to get a Mai from them? Oh, I don't know. They might. Nothing. They're all Mai'd out. Hey, we had a little bit of one there. And here we go then. I've taken my seat in my shell. We're going to go and see Nemo. Hey.
Oh, don't worry. Just keep your eyes open for him along the way.
Nemo!
Oh, let's go explore, explore, explore. Let's go explore the big blue world.
Wait, Mr. Ray, we can't explore without Nemo.
I'm sure we'll see him any minute now.
Where?
No, that's why we're trying to find him.
Find who?
Nemo! Where are you, Nemo?
Who's Nemo?
He's my son. You know that.
I do.
We better make huge amounts so we get out. Jellyfish! And the next one, jellyfish! Stop playing games!
Games? I love games. Ooh, I'm thinking of something pink and bouncy that looks like a balloon.
Ah, jellyfish!
Right. Okay, now I'm thinking of something.
Swim over and say good day to your old pal Bruce. Also, mate, we're friends.
some highlights there then of the seas with Nemo and Friends. Yeah, waited 45 minutes for that. Got a little bit stung by the lightning lane. So 45 out of the advertised 30. Wouldn't usually wait that long for that. But it's a nice little ride. It's been here since 2007. There's some nice scenes in there. And obviously you got Nemo, you got Dory and all the other characters from Finding Nemo. And yeah, it's quite fun in there, isn't it? I love the little starfish right at the end. And then it exits into basically one of the world's largest aquariums. So you've got manatees, sharks, whales, stingrays, dolphins, all of the rest in here, along with some trainer talks as well. There's also Turtle Talk with Crush in here as well. That's currently on a 15-minute wait, and it's just a nice place. It's out of the sun, and there's lots to see and do in here. And I've made my way out of the seas now then and over to World Nature, and I tell you what, all the kind of trees and planting and greenery that was added when this area was redone really does look exceptional. It looks gorgeous around here now. It really, really does. And of course it's home to a great little walkthrough attraction, the Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, and I absolutely love it in here. It's really, really nice. Got all the misters and the water around, some great photo opportunities. You got that music from Moana. I mean, look at this. It looks great, doesn't it? It teaches you the water cycle as well in here, starting from rain. It covers all of these different areas and basically gives you some interesting facts about the water cycle, which is really, really good. And that's the thing with Epcot. Obviously, it started out as life as the experimental prototype community of tomorrow, and it kind of had that educational aspect to it, and that still exists here in this park, even though that concept was dropped after Disney himself passed away. Yeah, the educational aspect is still here. And you can see here, each one labeled. You've got rain, tells you how it's created. And you have all these wonderful effects going on. Oh, that mist is beautiful. And there's some great interactives in here as well. It does get quite busy in here, mind. But it's just a pretty refreshing way of getting out of the sun. There you go, touch the strings of water. And it makes all the sounds. Let's see if we can get it to go. Hey! People love it. But no, for me, it's just the aesthetic in here. It just looks so, so nice. It's beautiful, it really is. And here we are at the stream then, where you get to wave your hands and make the water jump around. It's very, very clever, this. Basically all the sensors are in these kind of pots at the back here. And you basically stand on these little pads down here. And you basically wave to the stream in front of you, or wave to those sensors. And it makes the water jump around. There you go. Hey! On this one, you stand on the pad, you put your arm out. Hey! Let's see how high it goes. Higher? Hey! Whoa! Hello! Oh, where should we go, viewers? The dry path or the wet path? Oh, I'm going to take the chance. Here we go. Oh, pray for the camera. Hey! Oh, it really is lovely around here. Really does look stunning. And then of course you've got a great photo up here with Tafiti. There she is. From the film. And more of those water effects around here as well. Oh, I just love the way the water just jumps over everybody in this area. It really is great. And then you got the big effect to finish, the ocean. And you can get a really big water effect going here. If there's lots of people stood on all of these pads and they all raise their arms at the same time, you get some great effects. Need some more people here for that though, but yeah, it basically just comes all the way across. Such a great area. And some highlights there then of the Journey of Water inspired by Moana. And like I say, I really do love that area. It's not just the aesthetics, it's obviously all the interactives there that keeps the kids happy, and there's that educational aspect to it as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Gonna make my way down to the Land Pavilion now then, featuring obviously Living with the Land and Soarin', which is currently on a 50-minute wait, but we're gonna get in here and grab some lunch first. So hopefully that queue time will drop off just a little bit, and then we're gonna go and say hello to Figment. Hey! And they've just got some of these big pink flowers here as part of the Flower and Garden Expo. And that's the thing with Epcot. As I've said before, it's such an absolutely stunning park. The flowers and the gardens around here are always so well maintained. It always looks gorgeous. All of the water around here is crystal clear. The topiaries are fantastic. And then, yeah, look at this. Hey! Ah, there you go. I'm trying to remember what that film was called. Was it Starlight? I think it was Starlight. I've only ever seen it once. Yeah, there he is. But yeah, all the gardens around here, it really is an absolutely exceptional looking park. One of the best looking parks out there, really. All the colors and everything of all of the different flowers. It really is stunning. And we've made it over to the Land Pavilion with the balloons right in front of us there, but also home to Living with the Land boat ride just off to the right. That is a park original, nice little boat ride that. And of course, Soaring Around the World off to the left, a 2005 flying theatre attraction. And there's also eateries in here. A couple to choose from, including the Garden Grill restaurant right in front of us. And in terms of the aesthetic of this place, it is one of those areas of Epcot that is looking more tired than others, let's say. Yeah, it's looking a bit dull in here now. It's one of those areas that every time I come down to the park, I wonder if they have actually changed things up in here. But no, it still remains the same. A lot of people think this looks very much like a shopping mall, and I kind of agree with them. It's certainly in need of something being done to it. A bit of a freshen up, some theming added perhaps. But yeah, like I say, some eateries in here, so I'm going to grab myself some lunch, and then we'll head over onto the boat ride. Oh, and here we go for lunch then. Got myself a nice roast beef sandwich, some classic Lays, and a Coke Zero, which came to $17 here in Sunshine Seasons. I really do like the look of this. That beef looks absolutely gorgeous. Nice soft bread on there as well. Can't wait to tuck in. Oh, and I'll tell you what, that roast beef sandwich was absolutely delicious. I always get a little bit disappointed in the US though, as I always forget that chips are essentially crisps. So I thought, oh, roast beef sandwich and chips sounds delicious. Oh, it's a bag of Lays. Of course it is. Anyway, I'm on my way over to Living with the Land boat ride now then. And like I say, this is a park original opening in 1982. The current version running here though opened 12 years later in 1994. But yeah, it's a good ride. This takes you through some nice scenes in the beginning, but it also offers the tours of the greenhouses here in the Land Pavilion. Any food that you eat from the Sunshine Seasons restaurant or the Garden Grill restaurants here in the Land Pavilion is basically all food that has been grown here. So it's nice to see just how that all works, and this ride basically provides that. So yeah, let's go and take a tour.
Beneath the surface of the land, roots trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. Oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. Use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of their most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants.
We're in the tower. We are ready for takeoff.
Seen some on-ride footage there then of both the Living with the Land boat ride and Soarin'. Waited about 25 minutes for each of them, which isn't too bad at all, and I really do like both of those rides. Obviously the Living with the Land boat ride has that very kind of educational aspect to it. There's some really nice scenes in there basically describing how we as humans have improved our ways of agriculture over the years, how we produce food and how we store it and all that kind of thing. And then obviously you're taken through the greenhouses. Now there is a walking tour of the greenhouses that you can do as well. However, I much prefer the boat ride. It's just great to see everything that they grow in there. You've got the fish and you've got some hidden Mickeys to keep an eye out for in there as well. I think it's a really well put together ride. And like I say, it is a park original. And then of course, Soarin'. What more can be said about that? It's great to see that it's soaring around the world again. The transitions on that footage are absolutely spectacular. They really are. I really do enjoy it. The smell pods there, the music and all the different scenes. It's one of my favorite flying theaters out there. I really do enjoy it, and they've actually updated the final scene as well as you fly into Epcot, so that's really nice. They've got all kind of the new entrance area now. It looks absolutely fantastic as you're flying into all of those fireworks. Really do enjoy both of those rides. Made my way over to Journey into Imagination now then. We're going to go and say hello to Figment. Just a 10-minute wait. Let's go. Here we go. Journey into Imagination with Figment. Just a 10-minute wait. I always get so excited when I come up onto this ride. Been here since 1983, just a year after the park opened, and in that time it's actually seen several changes, this ride, most controversially of which between 1999 and 2001 when it became Journey into Your Imagination, and as part of that it actually had a huge refurb where a lot of the original animatronics were all removed. Even Figment himself was removed. He was brought back in 2002 as part of its current version now, but sadly, yeah, all those original animatronics have now been lost basically. They were all destroyed, which is a real shame, because when I first rode this in 1991, yeah, they were all there and it was fantastic. It was such a great ride, really magical as a kid. And a lot of those scenes now no longer exist. But it's still a good ride. And for 10 minutes, can't go wrong, can you? Let's go meet Figment.
Welcome to our special
And waited just 10 minutes then, and here we go.
Channing, chairman of the Imagination Institute. Hello. On your tour, you'll see how the 5 human senses can help capture your imagination.
Oh, can I go too?
Absolutely not. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie-coochie-coo, and taste. Tastes like chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go.
Figment, you are not to interfere with the tour.
Figment? I thought I told you not to interfere.
But you got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination.
Now I've completely lost my...
Whirring, 1,000 thoughts can start appearing, and each of us imagines different things.
From just the sound, your mind has wings.
to test your vision. Now, all together, if you would please read line 3 and hit.
With L-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Follow the bouncing figment. One spark of light can light your fancy. Your mind sees more.
You're singing along, viewers. I really hope so.
Your sense of sight can make your fancy fly. There's more to sight than meets the eye.
Imagination must be captured and controlled.
Imagination works best when it's set free. Just turn your imagination loose and anything can happen. Woohoo! You win 1 cent.
Figment, don't! Oh, yeah, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc. The nose knows. One awful whiff
Smells of coffee.
can send you reeling. One lovely sniff can be appealing. With just a spark of inspiration, I made my house an innovation. Imagination. So, what do you think? Is it me?
More than you can imagine.
Doc, it's exactly what I meant. Imagination is the brains of the house. Imagination, imagination. A dream can be a dream come true. With just that spark from me and you.
And just some highlights there then of Journey into Imagination with Figment as we exited the ride into the sensory labs. Yeah, here we go, some interactives for the kids in here. But the most interesting thing about this room is that prior to 1999, before that big refurb happened on the ride system actually used to come through here. Yeah, this was all actually part of the ride before 1999. I'm not quite sure what scenes from the ride were actually held here. But yeah, it all did used to come through here. The ride was much, much bigger prior to 1999. Comment down below if you did manage to ride it back then. While it is still a good ride, it definitely lost quite a lot of its magic during that refurb. Best thing about this area though is that you can meet Figment just over there at the Dreamport. He's not there at the moment, but he does come down every so often. You get your picture taken with him. And maybe even a signature if you're lucky. Back outside now then with all of the leaping fountains. There's loads of them in this area. And that big water feature in the middle. Yeah, it's really nice out here. Back in the glorious sunshine. And I'll tell you what, today it's not as sticky. I had a rest day yesterday. And it pretty much rained the entire day with a good few storms rolling through as well. And that seems to have really cleared the air up quite a bit, which is nice. Hey, there goes the monorail. Oh, fantastic. The big old fountain package here. Looks great. Gonna make my way over to Mission Space now then. That's currently on a 15-minute wait. We'll get a ride on the orange mission, get spun around a little bit.
When we do that,
and I'm in the communicore hall now then. Where is Goofy? There he is. Hey, Goofy's game machine going on in here. Look at him. Hey. There he is.
Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Baby Shark.
Hey, he's loving it. Look at him. Oh, that was really good to see Goofy over there in Communicore Hall. That was actually closed back when I visited in 2023. I think it was still getting refurbed. So good to see that open. They hold kind of events in there and different exhibitions. It's a nice little space, that. Of course, today it's part of Goofy's game machine, so all the kids are just going crazy in there. But look at these gardens. How colourful this all looks, all the flowers and the planting, the landscaping, the lake in the middle, and the monorail across the top. It really is a gorgeous park. And I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying all of these topiaries they've got around for the Flower and Garden Festival. I mean, look at this for a photo op. Mickey and Minnie there, the Chipmunks, Pluto, and Spaceship Earth in the background. Really, really nice. And this one here has got to be my favorite one yet. There he is. Figment himself, right in the middle with the pink flowers and Spaceship Earth. Absolutely awesome. And here's just a quick look at Test Track then, a ride that actually replaced the World of Motion, which was a park original. Yeah, Test Track actually opened in 1999. It was then refurbed and sponsored by Chevrolet in 2012. Now, it closed in June last year to get its third retheme, featuring throwbacks actually to the World of Motion. That was kind of an old Omnimover attraction, looking at the achievements in history and transportation. Yeah, comment below if you remember riding on that. Now, this third iteration, I understood, was going to be sponsored by General Motors. It's actually going to be opening in the fall, but they do still have all the Chevrolets out the front here, and it does still say presented by Chevrolet on the back, coming soon, so maybe not. Maybe it is still going to be sponsored by Chevrolet. They've got some of the cars out the front here, including this absolutely awesome Stingray. I do love those. Absolutely beautiful. But yeah, unfortunately, Test Track all closed up for this trip, but like I say, only a few more months to go before it opens this fall. Yeah, looking forward to riding the reimagined version. And it's not just Test Track here in World Discovery. You've got the park's only roller coaster, Guardians of the Galaxy, just off to the left there. I will be getting my ride on that straight after Mission Space. I want to do that before I start doing World Showcase, because I want to make sure I'm free for the Luminous show a little bit later on. Guardian's currently on a 100-minute wait, so it is quite a long one. But we'll do Mission Space first, which is currently only on a 10-minute wait, which is pretty good. It's another one of these awesome photo ops here. Is Buzz. Hey! I absolutely love those. I think they're great. And here we are, Mission Space, looking pretty quiet down here. Of course, you've got two separate missions for this, the green and the orange mission. The orange mission offers that much more intense ride. In the orange mission, you're actually sat on the ride system that spins around, so you can really feel that force when you're taking off in the shuttle. Whereas the green mission, or otherwise known as the Earth mission, doesn't spin at all. And there you go, 10 minutes for Earth and 15 minutes for Mars. Always got to go for the orange. Yeah, and in terms of the facade to the ride, it is looking a lot better than my visit a couple of years ago. This looks nice and fresh now. And yeah, all the panels, it was on this kind of feature here where some of the panels were looking really quite worn. It looks like those have all been replaced or painted up, looking nice and shiny again. So yeah, looking a lot better actually around here. Could still do some work on the flooring in certain parts, but the rest of it is looking really nice. This looks like it's been all painted up as well. Yeah, good to see them looking after it. And here we are in the queue line for the orange side then, otherwise known as the Mars mission. They got some good bits of theming in here. Hey, looking forward to riding this again. One of the only rides I've ever been on that actually supplies you with a SIG bag.
Control are proud to be a part of this historic liftoff.
Mission control, this is the fire.
And here we are on Mission Space then. And the first thing to note is that if you have claustrophobia of any kind, this definitely is no ride for you. Everything is very, very close.
5, 4, 3,
There's your SIG bags. Just in case you need them. And here we go. Oh, it's so intense.
the tower is clear.
0G confirmed.
Oh wow. I guess some of the interactives to press here as well.
Pilot, engage second stage rocket. Now.
Computer override engaged. Leaving Earth orbit. Velocity 15,000. 16,000.
You should have visual of the space station now, and you are on course for your slingshot around the moon.
Oh, proper intense.
Navigator, fire rockets for lunar orbit insertion. Now. Navigator, fire rockets for descent. Now.
Rocket fire.
Oh, here we go.
200 miles to planet surface.
Oh man, it's so good.
And wing for gliding. Now.
Computer override. Wing extended.
We've lost autopilot. Commander, activate manual control. Now.
Activated.
Pull back.
Oh.
Left. Pull left. Once again, you hold.
Oh.
Now right.
Yes.
Left.
We got this here, Zoran.
Back to center. Just hold it steady.
There we go.
Runway ends in 1,000 feet.
Uh-oh.
200
Watch the barrier.
50 feet.
Pull back. Hang on.
Hey.
Down and clear.
Oh, it's a really intense ride that. Here's just a quick look at all the ride vehicles all connected to this kind of centrifugal spinning machine here. It basically whips the vehicles around to give you that sensation of the G-force. It's fantastic. It is a great ride. Really impressive. And I waited about 15 minutes then for my ride on Mission Space. Highlights which you've just seen of the Orange mission, or mission to Mars. And I tell you what, it's been about 18 months since I last rode that. I always forget just how intense that orange side is. It's worth noting from the off that if you suffer from claustrophobia of any kind, either side probably isn't the ride for you, because that console really does come very, very close. You're in quite a close, tight, enclosed space. So do bear that in mind. And obviously, if you're not a fan of spinning rides of any kinds or intense rides, the orange side definitely won't be for you either. Yeah, it basically simulates that shuttle launch, the whip around in space, and the landing, exerts those forces on the body via means of spinning, centrifugal spinning. It doesn't feel like you're spinning on the ride unless you look to the left or the right, which they do advise you not to do, but you still get those forces. You get a nice kind of blast of cold air on you throughout the experience, and there are sick bags provided if you do start to feel a little bit queasy. But yeah, those pressures are very real, and it is a very intense experience. I think it's an absolutely fantastic ride though. I really, really do. I find the green side just too boring. I really like feeling at those pressures. I think it's great. Anyway, going to make my way down to Guardians of the Galaxy now then. This is currently on a 105-minute wait, but I want to do this before I start heading over to World Showcase so I can get in position a little bit later on for the Luminous show. So let's head on in and join the queue. And I'm just making my way around to Guardians of the Galaxy, and thought I'd just point out that the Play Pavilion still has no opening date here that you can see at the back. It was originally scheduled to open in 2021. However, it sounds as though the opening and what they're actually going to use that building for is all being re-evaluated. So yeah, hopefully we'll see it open again soon. But like I say, yeah, no sign of any opening date at the moment. Oh, and here we are then at Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, a coaster that opened here back in 2022. It's a Vekoma spinning family coaster, although it is a controlled spin for this one, so you really get to appreciate all of the scenes on the ride. And it took the record for the most expensive roller coaster in the world at $500 million. To design, create, build this, hire the actors, all that kind of thing. $500 million. And it also overtook Crazy Bats in Fantasyland for the largest enclosed roller coaster in the world as well. Speeds of 60 miles an hour on this one, and it's a great ride. Looking forward to getting back on this for the first time in about 18 months. And it's just a 75-minute wait, which isn't too bad at all. Oh, and it's such an impressive queue line, this. Really, really nice in here. Who remembers when all this used to be the universe of energy? You can remember that really kind of slow-moving dark ride with all the audio animatronic dinosaurs. That was actually a park original, opened in 1982, and then in 1996 they brought in Ellen DeGeneres and Bill Nye and Jamie Lee Curtis and everything. And that went on to 2017 when it was closed and replaced with Guardians. But this queue line really is great. I love all the theming in here, and the ceiling is fantastic. Look at that.
Captain Nemo. Star Wars? Yeah, we only let him think that. Star Wars. His close friends call him Peter James.
And out of 75 minutes advertised, we've been waiting for 70. We're in the station here. Probably about another 5 minutes to go. On-ride footage of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind coming up. And here we go on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Waited 75 minutes in total. It's a great ride, this.
Okay, they're headed for the jump point. This plane is never gonna work. Rocket! Well, okay, I've walked along your vehicle. We'll be right behind you. Nothing to worry about.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed.
Good luck!
No one's gonna stop rock and roll from existing.
What have we done?
I think we're jumping back.
What a great ride. And some on-ride footage there then of Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Waited 75 minutes, advertised 75 minutes, so nice and accurate, that one. Not quite sure what you're going to see on the GoPro, and it is difficult to film on ride there due to the copyrighted music as well, but it's such an absolutely brilliant ride, and the experience starts with that queue line. You come on in, you've got all those projections on the ceiling, you've got all the models to look at, and you've got all the interviews going on with the separate Guardians as well, which kind of offers that comedic element. Then you've got the ride itself, and that kind of continues throughout the ride as well. You've got that awesome backwards launch, which is really quite forceful, speeds of up to 60 miles an hour, and then the rest of the layout is just full of all of the projections, all of the props to look at, and some really nice controlled spins on there. It really is a fantastic ride. There's no real airtime or anything like that. It's just such a smooth ride as well. Really, really enjoyable. I had a bit of Disco Inferno playing on my ride. There's lots of different music tracks that you can listen to there, basically from Star-Lord's back catalogue, if you like. I really love the ride. I think it's well worth the 500 million they spent on it. I really, really do enjoy it. Like I say, it just runs glass smooth, and there's nice some twists and turns, some ups and downs, some banked elements in there, a nice downward helix around the moon. I think it's the moon, something like that. It's just a phenomenal ride. I enjoy it every single time I ride it. Made my way down to World Showcase now then. It's just 2 hours until Luminous starts, so I've got 2 hours to do a lap of World Showcase. It's going to be a little bit of a whistle-stop tour, but we've got 3 rides to check out around here, of course, in Mexico, Norway, and in France. We'll see how many we can do. Let's get started with Mexico. And just before we get started with World Showcase, though, there's this awesome Encanto themed section here, again as part of the Flower and Garden Festival. Looks really, really nice. Really well done. Yeah, I've been really impressed with all of these. I think they're all great. Hasn't been a bad one yet. And they've got that huge setup there for Luminous, the Symphony of Us out there on the lagoon, which actually started back in December 2023. So I only just missed it back when I visited. I actually left at the beginning of November. So yeah, it's a show I've not actually seen yet. I do remember seeing the original Illuminations as a kid back in kind of 91, 93 time, and I was absolutely mesmerized by it. And it's kind of maintained that awe over the years, with the exception possibly being Harmonious, which wasn't really received all that well. But yeah, this is World Showcase. Features 11 countries set around this lake, representing each nation's kind of culture and cuisine, their architecture, all that kind of stuff. When the park opened, it actually only had 9 countries here. Morocco and Norway were added a little bit later on in 1984 and 1988. And there is actually currently 8 underdeveloped spots that could possibly be used for something, you know, in the future, maybe an additional nation or something, or yeah, I'm not sure. They've got lots of space that they could kind of expand into. Plenty more countries in the world that could be added, of course. But here we are in the first one, which is Mexico. And yeah, we will have one of the rides here. It's of course the Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the 3 Caballeros. A little boat ride located in this pyramid just off to the left. I think it's a pyramid. Do you call that a pyramid? Probably not. I've always called it a pyramid, but yeah. And it's an easy ride to miss, this. It is advertised on the front here, as you can see, the Grand Fiesta Tour. Just a 5-minute wait for this one. But yeah, it is easy to miss because it is actually inside this building. So yeah, let's go and take a look. Opened here in 2007. It's a nice little ride. And I do like all the little trinkets that you can find here inside this building. It's very Dias de los Muertos inspired, as you can see here. Nice little photo op. Yeah, you got lots of little stalls in here. You got some eateries. And it's beautifully themed as well. I've always liked that kind of background scene there with the volcano. Looks really nice. You got all these buildings off to the left, all the lighting around, and the buildings off to the right as well. I think it looks really, really nice. It's a really nice setup in here. And the ride is just down that way. Let's go take a look. And here we go, the Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the 3 Caballeros. Yeah, we're not going to wait too long here.
I'll wait for her right here.
Probably not even 5 minutes. And here we go on Fiesta then. I really like this part of the ride. Basically comes right out to where the restaurant is here. Reminds me very much of Pirates of the Caribbean, actually, back in California. It's a nice little touch. Nice calming section of the ride. And that's that scene I pointed out a little bit earlier on. Love the volcano, I think it's great. Looks really nice. It's just such a charming little ride, this. And like I say, it's easily missed. It's got a very It's a Small World feel about it, this. This area, all the balloons. It's party time.
Now we got you, amigo.
Some on-ride footage there then of the Grand Fiesta Tour. And like I say, it is a ride that's easy to miss if you don't know it's there, but it's absolutely worth riding. It's a really charming little boat ride, that. It's quite fun, and I love that first scene, kind of where you're coming through and everything's really quiet. You've got that scene on the left with the volcano as the boat just kind of glides around that dining area. Really, really nice, really do like that. And yeah, it's got the great party scenes in there. It's mixed with screens and real props, and yeah, waited just 3 minutes for that, so well worth it. Gonna make my way around World Showcase now, then heading up to Norway. Now this is obviously, of course, where you'll find Frozen Ever After, the Intamin log flume. It is on 55 minutes currently, which is a long time considering it's not too much longer before Luminous starts, but I'll see how quick the queue moves, and yeah, we'll try and gauge it as we go. I would like to get on here. And I do love the Norway area here at World Showcase. It really is grand. All of World Showcase is absolutely exceptional, it really is. All the buildings, they've really stayed kind of authentic to their areas, you know, and the fact that they actually bring in staff only from those countries as well is a really, really nice touch. As we head down to Frozen Ever After here. Now, this, of course, replaced Maelstrom. If anyone can remember that, that actually ran from 1988 through to 2014, and then that was closed and replaced with Frozen Ever After, which opened here in 2016.
They were like beet red. Right.
Yeah, well, the buildings around here look great, don't they? Really, really nice. And the waterfall here is still there from back in the Maelstrom days, and still provides a nice little photo opportunity. There you go. That's all been blocked in at the top now. You used to be able to see the ride up there when it was Maelstrom. But yeah, all blocked in now. Still looks nice though. Oh, I'll tell you what, the smells coming from the fjording shop is just absolutely delightful. But look at these little polar bears in the window. Oh. And I've been queuing for about 20 minutes now then for Frozen Ever After. And although this part of the queue line is very much a cattle pen, it's really well themed in here, so I don't mind it at all. Like the houses, you've got the trees at the back there as well. All kind of the little lanterns around in the ceiling. Windows and everything. There's just a lot to look at in here. It smells like we've got some smell pods in here as well, actually. Yeah, it just looks really nice in here. Yeah, you don't mind too much about a cattle pen if it's themed like this. Expedition Odyssey, take note.
Let it go. You'll never see me cry.
Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, I know you do. As we get a magic winter show with summer snow for spending me and you. We're going up to Elsie's Ice House. You, all of you. See you there.
Podia ser gelado. Vai molha aqui, tá?
On a day very much like today, Anna saved her sister with an unselfish act of true love and full of frozen heart.
Oh, and you're your best friend.
Ruby.
Hey, you're going up to the ice tower. Lucky. Oh, Sophia.
Bring your ear.
on-ride footage there then of Frozen Ever After. Waited just 40 minutes out of the 55 advertisers. That was really, really good. Yeah, not too much on-ride footage there because there's a lot of copyrighted music again on that ride, but it is spectacular. I do love all the animatronics in there. There's some really, really nice scenes. And of course you have that Frozen soundtrack, which really makes it for the kids. Just 2 drops on there, but nothing to get wet on at all. There's a backward sort of very mini drop and then a forward drop as well. But yeah, no soakage at all on that. About 1 out of 10, I think. Just coming through to the China area now then on our whistle-stop tour of World Showcase. Let's go take a look. Absolutely love this area. The theming is just top-notch. All kind of the detailing in the posts here, the flags, and this grand entrance archway here right in front of me. It just looks great. All the buildings off to the right as well. And like I say, really, really nice and authentic. Of course, just through there, you've got the Reflections of China, which is a 360 theatre. And it's just kind of all this sort of, you know, the fences, the lanterns here. It's just all done to such a high standard. It really, really is. Absolutely beautiful. And here we are in Germany then. Handcrafted caramel treats. There you go, Werther's Original. It smells delightful right outside that building as well. Real strong smell of caramel. It's beautiful. Yeah, you can get all your beers here, your schnitzels, and of course your German sausage if you're quite partial to one of those. Wouldn't be Germany without a bratwurst, would it? Yeah, I mean, look at this. Absolutely stunning. And the thing is, World Showcase, if you wanted to come down to this area and just visit every restaurant, every shop, see all the theming around, enjoy all kind of the photo points and all that kind of thing. I mean, this is a day just in itself, just to do World Showcase. Never mind, you know, the beginning area of Epcot. This is definitely a day in itself. It's easily a 2-day park, Epcot, if you've never done it before. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, look at these. I absolutely love this little model village here. Stunning, it really is. All the trains going along with their lights on at this time of night as well. It's all across there at the back as well. So detailed. And I've made my way over to the Italy area now then. And the only thing about this, currently at least, is the big tower here is currently undergoing renovation. But I like what they've done here. They've put a big picture of it up on the scrim here. Look at that. It's all covered up, but they still got the picture of it. I think that's great. I mean, it certainly doesn't look the best, but you know, when you need to do refurb to something like a building like this, you know, I mean, that's probably the best you can do, isn't it? And certainly from the other side of World Showcase Lagoon, it kind of looks okay. Yeah, it's a nice idea, that. Hopefully it'll be all done soon though. I love this. This is really nice. The old lady in the tramp there. Ah, these areas as well at night when the lighting comes on as well looks even better, than they. This statue here. And a big water feature. And those huge flaming braziers are on, ready for the show later on. 25 minutes to go as we make our way into America, or the American Adventure as it's called. Get your espresso coffee and pastries off to the left here. And there's an absolutely glorious smokehouse in this area. You can just see it off to the left there. That entire building is all the smokehouse. Had some amazing brisket in there. Oh, it was so tender, it was unbelievable. Absolutely stunning. There's a huge stage off to the right here as well. They usually get lots of different shows on there, live bands, vocalists. And there is the American Adventure off to the left. And if you've not seen that before, definitely worth seeing. You've got all the animatronics in there and everything. It really is a good show. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to get time to do it today. As you can see, 8:35. As we enter Japan, here we go. All the pagodas, all the lanterns, You get some great photos of Spaceship Earth from here as well. Just an incredibly authentic experience, nice and immersive as well. Love all the lanterns, and you get the drummers out here as well throughout the day, which is a really good show. But yeah, in terms of that photo point, if you line it up with this pathway just down here, you can get Spaceship Earth right in the middle of that gate. Just looks awesome. Look at that. Fantastic. And here we are in our next country then. This is Morocco with the Oasis Sweets and Sips off to the right. You've got all the henna tattoos there as well. And the tastes of Morocco just off to the left. And I have eaten in every single country around here in World Showcase. I did really like it in Morocco actually, and there's a little area towards the back here that you may miss if you don't realize it's here. It just really does feel so authentic, like you're actually here. You've got all these little doorways to go through and to explore. I mean, look at this. All these little back alleys and stuff, and little shops off to the right here, and all the props to look at. Lamps of wonder, there we are. Yeah, it's just like these, almost feels like kind of secret areas, you know? So well done. And here we are just entering the France area then with Les Chefs de France off to the left. And all the French theming around and the music. And of course this is also where you'll find the final dark ride of World Showcase. It is of course Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Hey! And that actually opened along with an expansion to this area, to the French Pavilion. And that's basically all down this way here. Now the ride does now actually feature a single rider queue. However, with just 15 minutes left until the show, it's not going to be quick enough. But yeah, you can just see the entrance to the ride just through there with the Ratatouille signage. And it's a great ride, but unfortunately, it's a ride that I'm just not going to have time to do today. But I'm actually quite pleased with what I have accomplished today, though. I've done pretty much everything else. Hey, love these. And here we are coming up to our penultimate country then. It is, of course, the United Kingdom. Hey! But a lot warmer. Yorkshire County Fish Shop, just off to the right. Get your authentic fish and chips. Look at that, they've even got a red phone box here as well. You can also meet Mary Poppins here as well. She's usually wandering around. And there is a stage just down the back here as well where they have live bands. Always worth a quick check. And here we are, all the authentic buildings of London, including the Rose and Crown. Hey! Wonder if I could get a job in there. Yeah, look at Hook here, Peter Pan. Here he is. And here's a quick look at the Canadian area as well, with all the buildings and even the totem poles. All the kind of wooden shacks and cabins around. Again, all the props on here as well. Looks good, doesn't it? Northwest Mercantile, there we are. I love this huge totem pole though. Look at it. Absolutely massive. Every single country around World Showcase is spectacular in its own way. From the theming, to the food, to the staff. It's just incredible, it really, really is. Some of the lands are so immersive. It really is fantastic. Even just the little, the little stalls off to the left like these, and the little food units and things like that, It is absolutely stunning. And you've got a steakhouse here in Canada as well. Canada Far and Wide as well, which is again similar to what they have in China, the Circle Vision 360. And like I say, Le Cellier Steakhouse, that is really good as well. Had a nice New York strip in there once. Really, really good.
small children.
But with that whistle-stop tour around World Showcase then, it's time for me to set up ready for Luminous, a Symphony of Us. Really looking forward to this.
Come, find your place in the great Symphony of Us. Sound of a world of motion. Through the trees, you are a part of me.
And you've just seen some highlights there then of Luminous, the Symphony of Us, the closing spectacular here at Epcot. And you know what? I did enjoy that. I liked the way that it kind of had songs playing from some of the languages around some of the countries around World Showcase. I liked the story behind it, and the fireworks were really spectacular. There were some real loud bangers in there. I like kind of the heart-shaped fireworks as well. That was really, really cool. I have to say though, I think I've been a little bit spoiled by Cinesational over at Universal Studios. I just think that the fountain package and that whole show was so much better than Luminous. I think what it is was the fountain package here was just too far away. You couldn't really appreciate it. The lighting looked nice and what you could see was good. And I love the fact that it fired the fireworks from all the way around the Showcase Lagoon. That was really quite, took a lot of people by surprise because they really were quite loud. But yeah, I think in comparison to Cinesational, which you have to do after seeing a show that is very similar, you know, with all the projection mapping and things like that, I just thought that was a much better show. Having said that, I did still enjoy that. It was a good song selection, and I did like the way that the countries kind of light up around the lake as well. That was very, very cool. But yeah, it just wasn't as good as the Universal equivalent, in my opinion. Oh, but how stunning does this area of the park look now at night? Yeah, all of this was under construction when I last visited 18 months ago. Look at all the lighting around here in the floor. Wow, this really does look good. And of course, Spaceship Earth in the background looks exquisite anyway, doesn't it, with all that lighting? And let's not forget good old Walt the Dreamer statue here, which opened on December 5th, 2023. Great photo opportunity that. Stand back here, you can sit next to Walt, have these stunning lights either side, and then that as the background. Absolutely beautiful. And with that last look around the park then, that's going to bring this vlog from Disney's Epcot to a close. And I've really, really enjoyed today. This park is absolutely gorgeous. It really is. The flowers, the gardens, the landscaping, it's all just so exquisite. And the Flower and Garden Festival that's currently taking place here just adds to that with all the topiaries around and everything. You know, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. It really does. Started off the day obviously with a ride on Spaceship Earth, which was great to ride that classic attraction. We checked out the Land Pavilion with the boat ride and Soaring, which was great to see that the ending scene of that has all been updated. We saw Figment, we rode Frozen, and of course Guardians of the Galaxy, which is absolutely phenomenal. We've packed in a lot today. It meant that we had to do a bit of a whistle-stop tour of World Showcase, and we did miss out on Ratatouille, but otherwise I'm really happy with what I've accomplished today. World Showcase is just incredible. I've said it all before. Just the authentic feel of each one of those countries is fantastic. The way they just bring it all to life. You know, the food, the culture, the staff, the theming, the buildings, it's all captured so well. It's just, it's incredible. And like I say, this is a large park, twice the size of Magic Kingdom. It's definitely 2 days, and you could spend a day just doing World Showcase. It really is that fantastic. Checking out all the little hideaways, all the little shops, the little kiosks. There's so much to see. And then of course ending the night on Luminous. And I've said what I've said about the show. I think it was great. The fireworks were really spectacular. I just feel like I've been a little bit spoiled by Cinesational at Universal. That was far superior in my opinion. Otherwise, operations around the park today have been pretty good. A little bit of a slip up this morning on Spaceship Earth where it went down for 10 minutes, but otherwise it's been really, really good. Looking forward to seeing what Test Track becomes when that reopens in a few months' time. Actually, this coming autumn. I'd like to see the refurb of that. Its third refurb, and obviously bringing in the World of Motion, that original dark ride that used to be there. It'll be interesting to see how they kind of tie that in together. But most of all, really, at the park today, it's been seeing this entrance plaza and everything, World Imagination, without any construction going on. No construction walls, and all of this finally being finalized after being so heavily delayed by the pandemic, it really does just make this park look absolutely spectacular. And the Journey of Water as well, inspired by Moana, is absolutely brilliant. Love that. The interactives, the aesthetic of that area is just perfect. It really is fantastic. Comment below if you've ever been to Epcot before. I'm sure you have. What's your favorite part of the park? What's your favorite country around World Showcase? And have you seen Luminous? Let me know what your thoughts were in the comments down below. That's been it though, here from Disney's Epcot. I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy riding everybody, and I shall see you in the next video.